Is emotional connection really the antidote for low libido? It's okay that you think that. It's what being raised as a female in a patriarchal society has taught you through the media, pop psychology, and of course, Hollywood. Society and the media have done very little to inform you of the importance of your pleasure during sex and the significant connection between you having the confidence to love yourself and having good sex because of that. On the contrary, we are taught that sex is something potentially damaging to our character and our reputation, and that we should only agree to it and make it available under the right circumstances. And what are the right circumstances based on what our society has taught us? When you wait to have sex with someone who loves you and cares about you. When you wait to meet someone who will put your needs first. So until you feel cherished and adored by a partner, you shouldn't give the goods away and indulge in sexual relations. If you have fallen into this trap, I'm willing to bet that any argument or disagreement you have with your partner leads to a sexual drought and emotional disconnect in your relationship. And you likely want to first feel close and emotionally connected to your partner before you consider having any sort of intimacy. Look, decreasing conflict and increasing emotional closeness is important. And of course, it can help you be more willing to engage in sex. But it doesn't address the deeper underlying reasons for low libido. Your libido is not only connected to your relationship with your partner, but it's also connected to your relationship with yourself and to your relationship with sex in general. Women who believe that emotional connection is the antidote for low libido go to couples counseling to improve communication and connection with their partners, secretly hoping that it will help with their lack of sexual desire. But after a temporary slight improvement, their libido quickly drops back down to 3 out of 10. If good communication and more emotional connection was all you needed to increase sexual desire, then after a few months of couples counseling or working on your relationship, you should be good to go. But that's not the case. We know that. You might have even experienced this yourself if you've tried couples counseling. So how do you start to make a sustainable shift? There are 3 steps. There's a process of 3 steps to follow. The first step is to increase your emotional intelligence and your self-confidence. There is no amount of validation and reassurance that can come from your partner that can really outweigh your own internal self-judgment and critical self-talk. If your relationship with yourself, your thoughts and feelings about yourself is negative, your libido will be negatively impacted. To want to share your intimate self with someone, you must like yourself first. The second step is to increase your relational intelligence and to reevaluate the standards and expectations that you have for you and your partner in the relationship. What are your roles? Are you responsible for his happiness? Should he always be happy and content if you are enough? Are you making him responsible for your feelings? Should he know what you want and need without you having to ask? Are you the gatekeeper of his happiness? Are you sacrificing your needs and desires in the name of being a loving and good partner? You get the idea. Learning to set healthy emotional boundaries will decrease resentment and will protect your emotional connection and fondness for each other. The third and final step is to develop your sexual intelligence and to get to know your sexual self. If you have been raised as a female in today's world, chances are you have received conflicting messages about your sexuality. You've been told it can be dangerous, indulgent, or immoral, and you've been told that it is what men want from you. You've been advised to tone it down, and you've been encouraged to own it. You've been taught to keep it under wraps so as not to tempt, and you've been encouraged to accentuate it so you are as desirable and as attractive as you possibly can. You might have experienced sexual attention that was hurtful and unwanted by you, and you might want sexual attention that you can't get. Clearing out any sexual anxiety and sexual shame that you likely inherited from your upbringing as a female will help you relax, discover that you are capable to experience pleasure, and explore what you like. So developing your emotional, your relational, and your sexual intelligence is the roadmap to becoming a fierce woman who is confident in herself, secure in her intimate relationship, and able to experience the sexual pleasure and satisfaction that she deserves.